I have some sad news to report tonight. Our longtime friend and colleague Max Morgan has died. Max passed away this evening at Methodist Hospital in Richardson. He'd been suffering from complications due to congestive heart failure. Max was 59. He died shortly after 8 o'clock. His wife Marla, many other family members and friends by his side. I had the pleasure of working with Max for more than 2 decades. We will all miss so many things about this kind, good man.
Hello, Dallas-Fort Worth. Let's talk sports.
That's how Max Morgan started every one of his Fox 4 sportscasts, with a smile and with that magnificent baritone, talking about 2 Cowboys Super Bowl wins, a Stars Cup, a Mavs title, 2 Rangers World Series, and so much more. For nearly 21 years, Max was there to cover it all. From the time he could talk, Max was talking sports. He grew up in Darnell, Arkansas, listening to the big city radio stations, wanting to be one of those big city announcers, and he sure had the voice for it.
The Cowboys have to forget about Leon Lett, at least for a while.
Max worked radio gigs in Arkansas, moved on to TV in Little Rock, later to Baltimore, and in November of 1993 came back home to the Southwest, to our television station. Max brought something to our department that cannot really be measured. It was a likability. People just felt comfortable around him. He loved his viewers, and Max's viewers loved him.
Let's go back to Max now at spring training.
And through the last 2 decades, he and I had some good times, even as we tried some goofy promos.
For a moment like this. He's so stuck in the past.
And some segments that tried to push us kicking and screaming into a modern media age.
Monday night, Mike versus Max. Mike Ducey, Max Morgan.
You see, even though Max somehow managed to look younger even as he got older, the changing hairstyle may have helped out there.
Where's Terry Bradshaw right now? You see what happened, Terry, when you did this?
You see, Max was old school and proud of it. He'd rather talk about the games than the scandals. He wanted the local teams to do well and didn't mind telling you about it. But Max did not need an internet connection to connect with sports fans, whether it was on your television screen or at a ball game or on a bar stool. When you heard Max Morgan tell you a sports story, you felt like you were hearing it from an old trusted friend. And that's what we at Fox 4 have lost, such a dear friend. And as sad as we all are to say goodbye, I know this: whenever the name Max Morgan crosses my lips from now on, it'll make me smile. And who could ask for a better legacy than that?
We're going to miss him, aren't we? Condolences, of course, to his wife Marla, Max's wife Marla, and sons Sean and Byron, and Max's brothers in Arkansas. Max turned 59 on Friday, the same day that his mother turned 96.
And she couldn't come out. She can't travel, but
so you know, just looking at those video memories, you forget how many good times we had. And you know, I remember when Max drastically changed his look on that New Year's Eve. He decided to embrace his baldness with some help from Terry Bradshaw there. But I knew the guy for 20 years, 20 and a half years, and I can count on one hand the number of times I saw him in a bad mood. And you guys would agree to that. Just always a positive, upbeat guy, and in our sports department we could use that sometimes, and he definitely provided it. So,
and I know my phone's going off, and Heather's probably the same because we posted this, and people have been, for the last several days, how's Max? How's Max? How's Max?
Oh, you're right. I went on the trip to St. Louis with the Cowboys, and it just was overwhelming, the reaction from the sports media, but just the sports franchises as well, because he'd been covering the teams around here for almost 21 years, and he'd seen a lot of things in that time. But he really, as I said, he connected with his viewers. That goes without saying, but just with the people he covered as well. People appreciated, I think, his his authenticity and just his sincerity and his upbeat style. And it's a tough one. There's no doubt about it.
He was a good guy, always a smile here at work, or we see him lots of times outside of work. I mean, he's attended weddings and parties. I mean, you're just, the family, of course, everybody out there who loves him, but then the Fox 4 family, and gosh, just feels so badly for Marla and his family.
Yeah, I remember when I came here, from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and Max had come here 3 or 4 months before I had, and the first time I heard him open his mouth, I thought, boy, I am in the major market now. Hello, Dallas-Fort Worth, let's talk sports. Nobody could bring it like Max in that regard. Just a tremendous guy, and broadcaster and a great friend to so many of us.
Not to get too personal, but I know sometimes people wonder about this stuff. I talked to Marla today, and she said, we had time to talk about things. We had time to talk about everything, and that's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes people don't get to say those things and talk about those things, and they did.
And I'm so glad that Max found Marla. I really am. She's just an amazing lady, and I knew that before, but I know it even more now after this past week, which has been so difficult for her and for the entire family. But she's been amazing, and as have the viewers with their outpouring, and as I said, so many people who've gotten in touch and expressed their support for Max, and I hope that he knew how many people loved him. I think he did. I think he did.
Okay.
Okay.